Wherever there's chaos, wherever there's a push to destabilize, you'll find the fingerprints of the British Empire, sometimes hidden, sometimes right out in the open. But just as the Russians have started to call out the British directly, naming names, exposing, and shutting down their operations, something interesting is happening. The British ambassador to the United States up and announced the new British strategy. The message: don't look at us, look at China. And right on cue, the media starts churning out stories about the Chinese-connected billionaire funding the Los Angeles riots. So what's really going on here? Why is the British establishment so desperate to shift your attention away from London and onto Beijing? I'm Susan Kokinda. Today we're going to review three things: Russia's calling out of the British response and their new strategy to blame China, and how it relates to the Los Angeles riots. I've been fighting these people since 1971, from Washington, D.C., now to the swing state of Michigan, where I was recently elected as Coalition's vice chair of the Michigan Republican Party, in large part because of the decades of experience I bring to this fight. So let's start with the most significant development that the mainstream media is trying to ignore. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has made an unprecedented statement that Britain is behind the drone attacks on Russian territory. Here's what he said. It's obvious that all of this is being done by the Ukrainian side, but it would have been helpless without the support from the British. And here's the key part. He said, who knows, maybe there are still some special services in the US that are participating in such activities by inertia, but the British are 100% involved in them. Think about what that means. Russia is saying that under Trump, America has stepped back, but Britain is continuing to carry these things out unilaterally. And I don't have to tell most of you that this isn't the first geopolitical perpetual war that they've pulled us into. So the Russians have also blown the lid off Britain's soft power recruitment strategy through organizations like the British Council, which the Russians have just thrown out of the country. These so-called cultural organizations are actually subversive operations designed to recruit assets and influence foreign governments. These are the same kinds of British operations that have been in full force against Donald Trump since he came down the elevator 10 years ago next week. Now here's where it gets interesting. While Russia is directly calling out British subversion, the British are pretty much admitting that the jig is up.